Hey everyone, Jarek here, and this is the Sofiten Phasr. It's not a high-end dart blaster, it's not going to shoot as hard as possible, it does have a good rate of fire, but more importantly I got it because it looks very cool, and also can be gimmicky because when you're shooting, it does this. And I love me a futuristic looking bullpup, especially one that has lights all over it. Yeah, this is just a fun toy, but it only costs you about $30 and is pretty easy to get. I would say it's definitely worth it. Out of the box, it gives you a lot of darts. Both of these suction cup tipped blue darts and non-suction cupped black darts. I prefer the blue one just because the camera picks it up a little bit better, but the darts are actually the biggest downside of this blaster. It uses the weird 3/4 length darts. They're longer than half-length darts, shorter than full-length darts. I don't like these. I like my standardized darts. I would just like to use the darts I already have. I did try to use half-length darts. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. The pusher's not long enough, nor is it strong enough to punt them into the flywheel, so you're going to be stuck with this length dart. You could alternatively cut down your waffle darts, but like for this one, who really cares enough? This is just kind of a cool gimmicky blaster to have in your house. They do also give you eye protection, which actually don't look too bad. And they give you a vest and stuff like that that are very clearly made for children. They would be too small for most people watching this channel, most likely, so you're probably not going to end up using those. It also comes with a fake EOTech that doesn't do anything, but it does glow, so it looks cool, so there's that, I guess. It doesn't really matter too much. This is a standard Picatinny reel. You can basically put anything on here if you wanted to. More importantly, it gives you 2 different magazines, which is nice. I love getting 2 magazines with any blaster. They're very weird angled magazines. They have this curve up top. They complete the look of this futuristic bullpup. I actually just really like how this thing looks. That said, this big orange piece up front, this is just friction fitted onto the barrel. I thought it actually looked better without it, not because it's a big orange piece, but because without it, it looked like a standard like muzzle nut flash hider. It just looked normal, like it looked like it fit. So I didn't have this orange piece on for a while, and I immediately noticed, holy hell, this blaster is very inaccurate, like shotgun spread inaccurate. Then I put this on here, and it really helped the accuracy. So you're gonna have to run with this one way or another if you want this to be accurate in any way whatsoever. The reason for that is because this doesn't really have an inner barrel. Yeah, you heard that right. This is gonna be very hard to show, but if you can see that, yeah, there's no smooth barrel. There's hard plastic like lines leaning down the side here. So if it hits those, your dart's gonna start tumbling, and they do. This stabilizes it a little bit. This isn't going to be the most accurate blaster in your collection, but it's good enough. It's not like the spread is completely terrible with this on. My main point is you need this on. The magazine release is only on this side. If you're right-handed, that's perfectly fine. Maybe a little awkward, but like not anything too horrible. You can get to it pretty easily. If you're left-handed though, this is more difficult for you. Having to reach under here to grab it, it's just very awkward if you're left-handed, so sorry lefties, more bullpups that aren't for you. There is an unjamming door here in the back if you just squeeze that and lift that up, so if it ever jams, you can easily clear it. And more importantly, this right here is the battery, which I find really cool. It's just part of the stock. You can push this button and there you go. There's a standard LiPo in here. It charges from this piece, and when it's fully charged, you just put it on, click it in place. I made that look much harder than it actually is. Little nitpick pet peeve of mine. There's pieces up here that I guess is supposed to be like a charging handle. The fact that they're in the back instead of in the front just bother me because that's where they naturally would be. Another odd thing is the angle of the rev trigger. This is really weird because I'm used to just pulling, like I want to do this straight backward. That's not how you do. You have to push upward, and that's odd. Like, you get used to it, but it's definitely different from any other flywheeler I've used. So how's the performance of this thing? Well, performance isn't great as far as power goes. It's actually very close to Nerf brand blasters, about 75-ish feet per second, which is fine. I mean, it's a $30 flywheeler. More impressively, the rate of fire is very good. And personally, I care way more about rate of fire than I do velocity because I love being able to mag dump blasters. I love full auto. I'm just gonna be shooting this thing in my house. It exists for fun to me. So yeah, what do I feel about this blaster? Well, it's a pretty fun toy if that's what you want. You're obviously not going to be taking this thing to any games, But if you just want to get someone a present, or maybe you have a kid or something, I'm sure they'll love this thing. It's pretty foolproof as it is designed, and it just looks really cool. Like, just to show you again. I'm very easily amused when it comes to this stuff, I guess. I have some footage of me shooting this thing, and that's how I'm going to wrap up the review. Would recommend if you're interested in this. See you guys next time.